Oh, Neetu, you came out of the room, thank God, now quickly make me a cup of tea. I have been having a headache for a long time. And when you make tea, put the vegetables to boil along with it. Otherwise, we might get late for dinner. Veena ji said to her daughter-in-law, showing a little anger. Yes mom, I will make it now. Saying this, Neetu went inside to make tea. Even after Neetu went inside, Veena ji kept on murmuring loudly on purpose, so that Neetu could hear her. Veena ji used to say the same thing every day. She used to say, I don't know what will happen to my son Mohan. Every morning the poor guy goes out to look for a job. But in the evening he comes back home tired. Now if his wife, Neetu's fate is like this, very bad, what can anyone do? Veena ji was saying all this when Neetu, her daughter-in-law, comes and gives tea to Veena ji. And softly says, Mom, don't worry, Mohan will get a job. He is very hardworking, he was not fired from his previous job, that company itself had shut down. Yes, I know, Veena ji interrupted and said, he was unlucky, that is why he got a job in the same company. Don't try to teach me, I have seen more of the world than you. Earlier my son was fine. But since he got married to you, his luck has changed. You brought bad luck to him. Veena ji is still saying this, when her elder daughter-in-law Shalu comes, and Shalu is very happy in her heart after hearing bad things about Neetu. But pretending on the outside, she tells her mother-in-law, it doesn't matter, mother, don't say anything to the poor girl, her luck is bad anyway. It doesn't matter, you be a big-hearted. Hearing the words of the elder daughter-in-law, Veena ji calms down a bit. Then Shalu starts praising herself. Mom, I have come to invite you. I have bought a whole sofa set yesterday. Please, you come to give me your blessings. Hearing this, Veena ji was very happy and said, this is called the lucky one. As soon as she came, my elder son Avinash's luck changed. Before marriage, he used to do a small job. Now see, he has his own big business. Shalu was very happy to hear her mother-in-law praising her in front of Neetu. Shalu lived in the house right next to Neetu's, so she used to visit Neetu's house several times a day without any restriction. And Veena ji, who was Neetu and Shalu's mother-in-law, she doesn't like Neetu much anyway and keeps to praise Shalu all day long. After sitting for a while, Shalu left. The next day, after finishing all the household work, when Neetu started going to her room, she told Veena ji, Mom, all the work is done. Now I am going to my room. My online office time is also about to start. Before Neetu could finish her words, Veena ji interrupted her. Yes, go to your room, when I have stopped you. You are talking about your online office as if you get a salary in millions. Hearing Veena ji, Neetu said softly, Mother, even if it is not in millions, the household expenses are being met in difficult times, but everything will be fine as soon as Mohan gets a job. Saying this, Neetu went inside, but Veena ji was not going to keep quiet. She had held her daughter-in-law responsible for every bad thing happening in her son's life. Like every day, evening came and Veena ji's elder daughter-in-law came home. How are you, mother? Shalu asked as soon as she came. I am fine, and how is it to be in the role of younger daughter-in-law? I have to bear this because of the love of my son, otherwise I would have stayed at your house. As soon as Veena ji said this, Shalu felt that her mother-in-law Veena ji might come to stay at our house, so she quickly said, Of course mother, that is also your house, whether you stay here or there is the same thing, but the thing is, oh mother, that Mohan brother needs you more. Firstly, he does not have a job, so he must be a little worried. In such a situation, if you go to our house, he will feel that you are the first one to leave him in his bad times. Whereas mothers support their children completely even in their bad times. So according to me, you should stay here right now, mother. Yes, when the situation will be better, when Mohan brother will get a job, when he will have a child, then you can come to us happily. You are welcome, mother. Veena ji also always gets influenced by Shalu's sweet talk. she also agreed and said, "Yes, it will be fine for me to stay here for now. This house is running well because I am here. Otherwise Neetu doesn't know how to run the house right now." Neetu is listening to everything of all these talks between Shalu and her mother-in-law from the kitchen, but she knows that nothing will happen by my talking. At night when Neetu's husband comes home, Neetu tells him everything and lightens her mind. Neetu's husband Mohan also explains the same to her lovingly. Mohan said, "I know, you have to listen a lot from mother and my sister-in-law, Shalu. Just be patient, it is just a matter of time before I get a job, then see how everything will change. Mother will also praise you and me like Avinash brother, like he praises them, we will also have everything like that, good house, good furniture, everything will be good, our child to be born will also study in a good school, you will see, I will make everything right soon." Neetu also agrees with her husband Mohan and says, "I have full faith in you Mohan, you will make everything right. I have no complaints, neither with my mother nor with my sister-in-law. I know Mohan, it is not their fault. We are just going through a bad time, but soon our time will also be fine, and along with it our relationship will also be fine." Then Mohan says, "If there is something good in this bad time, then it is only our relationship. You and I are each other's strength. I know Neetu, how you have taken care of me and my house in this bad time. After I lost my job, you do the household work as well as your job, and despite all this, you listen to your mother and sister-in-law, Shalu, I don't know how to thank you." This is the only moment Neetu has, when she sits with her husband, talks to him about the household, and forgets all her tiredness of the day, and the next day she handles her house, her job, and her mother's matters with the same energy. Mohan also understands this very well, that even if the house is small, even if there is less money, but if the husband is good, then a woman can compromise with all her bad relationships and all her compulsions. The next day, Shalu comes to Neetu's house unknowingly, in front of Veena ji. She says to Neetu, "Neetu, can you come to my house for a little while tomorrow? It is like, tomorrow some of my friends are coming, I have invited them for a party, and tomorrow my maid is also not coming, so I am not able to understand how I will do all the work. So if you come, I will get some help." Neetu is about to say something when Veena ji interrupts and says, "Oh yes, she will come, what is the big deal in this, anyway what does she do in the house all day? She just sits in her room, if she comes to your house, then your work will also be done. You will get some help, you don't worry, she will come." Then after a few days, Shalu says to her husband Avinash, "Listen, I want to have gold bangles." Avinash says, "Shalu, wait for some time, our business is new, it takes time to set up the business, and there is no need right now. Recently you got your whole house renovated, bought all new furniture, now I don't have money for gold bangles." Then Shalu says, "How can I not have money? You know that I am very lucky, don't worry, if you get it made for me then your work will only increase. You also know that you used to have a petty small job earlier, now you are the owner of a big business. This is all because of my good fortune. What did you have? A one-room house, all this has come only after I came. You know how lucky I am, I don't know, get gold bangles made for me." Tired of Shalu's talks, Avinash says, "Okay, I will get it made for you." And like this, Avinash's business is not able to run because of Shalu's unnecessary demands every other day, and everything ends soon. One day in the evening, Shalu is at Neetu's house, then Avinash comes there. He looks very upset, then Veena ji asks, "What is the matter, oh my son, Avinash, you look very upset today." Then Shalu interrupts and says, "Oh mother, why would he be upset? What does he not have? He has everything since my arrival." Listening to Shalu, Avinash cannot stop himself and says, "Stop praising yourself, this happened after I came, that happened after I came, means everything happened because of your luck, I did not work hard at all. Your unnecessary demands have completely destroyed my business. Now I have nothing left, I had to sell my shop, now I don't know whether I get a job or not. Till then I will give you a very little money for household expenses. You have to manage with that, understood? Neetu and Mohan are better than you, at least they have maintained peace in their house even with less money. But you have ruined our peace and our financial status because of your unnecessary shopping and your habit of show-off. Today Veena Ji's head also bowed down in shame after hearing all these things from her son Avinash. She was also considering herself responsible for Shalu's behavior, and she was also ashamed of her behavior with Neetu. Friends, for more such stories, please subscribe to the channel. Thank you.